You were born with the same raw material every empire builder was given, a mind. Not a guarantee, not a fortune, a mind. And what you do with that, how you condition it, how you wield it, determines everything. You are not your circumstances. You are not your background, your setbacks, your mistakes. You are what you do now with the thoughts you allow and the standards you set. Most people coast through life like passengers, waiting for something to happen, waiting for the job, the opportunity, the timing to line up perfectly. But a billionaire doesn't wait. They create. They engineer the outcome in their mind long before the world sees it. Because they understand this law, life bends to the will of those who refuse to back down. And willpower? That's not something you find, it's something you build. Like steel forged under fire, your will is shaped by resistance, by choosing the hard path when the easy one calls, by doing what must be done when no one is watching, by commanding the mind when it screams for comfort. Discomfort is the gym of the mind, and billionaires don't avoid it. They live there, they train there, they grow there. Every day, the world will try to drag you back into mediocrity. It will feed you fear, it will sell you doubt. It will disguise comfort as happiness and distraction as purpose. But your mind must be sharper than the noise. Your focus must be louder than the world's opinions. Your identity must be rooted in vision, not validation. What is your vision? Not your goal, not your job title. Your vision, the internal picture of the life you're building that's so clear, so vivid, you can taste it before it exists. That's what separates the average from the unstoppable. Most people have vague desires. The greats have clear demands. They write it down. They see it before they see it. They live in the future before it's born, and they do it again and again and again because the mind follows repetition, and whatever you rehearse, you reinforce. If you rehearse weakness, you become weak. If you rehearse excuses, you live in limitation. But if you rehearse power, purpose, action, and belief, you become untouchable. That's not philosophy, that's neuroscience. The brain is a servant. It becomes what you command it to be. Feed it strength, and strength becomes automatic. Feed it clarity, and confusion fades. Feed it discipline, and chaos loses its grip. But understand, your mind will not train itself. You must build the rituals. You must build the habits. You must take full responsibility for what you allow in. No billionaire wastes their mornings in chaos. They own their first hour. They guard their inputs like a hawk. They choose what they consume, who they allow near their energy, and how they use every single block of time. Because they know every distraction is a tax on greatness. Every excuse is a thief of legacy. Every moment spent doubting is a moment stolen from your dream. So build systems, not willpower. Create structure that enforces success. Train your mind not to hope, but to expect results from consistent action. You don't become wealthy by accident. You don't become powerful through luck. You become those things when you refuse to be a slave to your impulses. Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is the bridge between your mind and your reality. It's the daily vote that says, I'm building something that lasts. I don't chase emotion, I chase truth. I don't bow to pressure, I rise in it. This is what it means to train your mind like a billionaire. You treat every moment as a brick. You treat every decision as a lever. You treat every setback as data, not defeat. Resilience becomes your reflex, not because you were born with it, but because you practiced it, you trained it, you made failure your fuel and adversity your ally. Walt Disney was told he had no imagination. He didn't argue. He built an empire. Oprah was fired from television. She didn't beg for approval. She built her own network. These people weren't lucky. They were mentally unshakable, because when your mind is fortified, rejection can't stop you. When your identity is rooted in purpose, opinions can't sway you. When your habits are engineered for excellence, laziness has no room to breathe. So ask yourself, right now, what are you tolerating in your thinking that a billionaire would never allow? Are you feeding your mind junk? Are you scrolling instead of studying? Are you waiting for motivation instead of executing on discipline? then change it. Change it now, not someday. Not when life slows down, not after things settle. Now, because the clock is ticking, and the world doesn't wait for the unfocused. Your mind is your greatest leverage point. Not your money, not your connections, your mind. Train it like your life depends on it, because it does. Train it like your legacy depends on it, because it does. Train it like your future family will inherit the consequences.